Hello, I'm Alistair McIntyre of Electric Scotland. This little video is about managing pictures. In our Electric Scotland community, we had a bit of a discussion about how to resize pictures to make them small enough to put up in the community, because certainly one person I was talking to said that it was being refused because it was just far too big in size. The thing about it is, with digital cameras these days, that the latest ones take a huge resolution, and I think most of us just default to keeping the big resolutions, because obviously it's easy enough to resize down, but you lose a lot of the quality if you have to resize up way to get a bigger picture. So I'm in a product called Paint Shop Pro. Now I have to say that this particular version of Paint Shop Pro is not available anymore. When it was sold to Corel a few years ago, they changed the product, and they no longer have a nice big screen where I can keep all the thumbnails in. So I've always just kept using this one, but hopefully you'll get an idea. This is a picture that I was sent in by Christina McKelvey. Now Christina's one of the Scottish members of the Scottish Parliament, and she does a weekly diary for us on the site. And when she sends in her weekly diary, she usually will try and include a few pictures to go with it. Now, if you see, as I'm resting my cursor over it, the pixel width is 1944 pixels, and the size of the file is 873 kilobytes. So 173K is pretty big. So what I'm going to do is use this program to improve the picture and get it smaller. So if I double click on the picture, up it comes. And I don't know if you can see that enough, but it's basically showing that's 22% of the size of the picture. Well, that's obviously huge. I'm also looking at the picture thinking, it's going to be a little touch dark. So, for example, I can go to the enhanced photo, and I can go to automatic contrast enhancement. And again, the best way to do this is to show her face. And you can see this is how it looks at the moment, but with enhancing it, and you see I've got strength mild on here, the bias is towards darker. So if I click OK on this, you'll see the subtle change you get in the picture. You see how the face becomes brighter. So that's, I think, has improved the picture a bit, but obviously I need to resize it. Now if you go to image, one of the options under the image toolbar there is resize. So if I click on resize, I get to specify what size I would like that picture to be. Now let's say that I just want to roughly half it, so I can just put in 1000, and because of the check, I'm maintaining I've got lock aspect ratio, so by changing the width, the height will automatically change in relation to it. So if I said OK to that, it still looks the same picture, but now it's showing 42% of the picture. Now if I do File and I do Save As, when I get to Save As, you can see that I've actually got options. So if I click Options, you'll see I've kind of defaulted to 31% compression ratio. So if I cancel that just for the moment, and then come back, if I zoom into this picture, that's now at 100% of what the new size is going to be. You can kind of see the basic picture quality. So if I now go to File and I go to Save As, and I just put an S to say small at the end of that, then I go to Options, and I'm happy with that at 31% compression, so I say OK. Then I do Save. So that picture has now been saved. So you can now see that I've now got two pictures on the screen. So if I double click the newer one, actually before that, if I rest my cursor over that, you can see it's now come down from that, what was it, 892 to 99. So that's almost reduced the size of the file by virtually 90%. I mean, that's pretty amazing. If I open it up and I go back into that 100%, I think you can see that there's no perceived difference in the quality of the picture. It hasn't gone grainy or anything like that. The quality is in fact still there. So clearly with this one being at 873K and this one being at just 99K, this is obviously a much better picture to put up on the website. So that's essentially how I've done it. I think you can see it's fairly simple, and I'm sure that whatever paint program or graphics program you use on your computer, that it will have the same basic facility. Once you've set it up, for example, under the if I bring that back up again and go image, if I go back here and just do, as you notice, if I do save as, the options that I've built in, it actually will remember that 31% compression ratio. You could try it at higher, but I think if you were ever wanting to print it out, you probably want to keep it as high quality as you reasonably can. And I found by experimenting that 31% is a good. If I go much further, the picture might start to break up, and if you ever wanted to print it out on some nice quality paper, you'll find that the image isn't as good a quality as you would have hoped. So that's just to show you that some of these programs, when you change that setting, it may well remember it for the next time that you save a picture. It may not. You'll have to do it a couple of times and just see if it has remembered it or not. So that essentially is how I do it, and I hope that's been of some help to you.